Hi, it's Mitz from My Life Mitz. Thank you so much for being here today. This is going to be a journal with me session, but I wanted to give you the heads up that I will be sharing with you some items from the September stationery selection box. So if this is something that you haven't received yet and you don't want to spoil, then please fast forward. But yes, so I will start off with unboxing some of those things, and then I will work in my journals. Right now, in this video, I want to do both. I want to catch up and color in some of these doodles that I have finished. I just use a fine liner. I don't have with me, oh, these ones here. It's usually this Sakura. I'll get them both out. It's one of these three that you can see I've totally used this one up. This is the, you can't see, it's Marvi Uchida for drawing, or I use the Mitsubishi Uni Pin, or I use the Sakura Micron Pigma to do these little doodles in the Hobonichi Techo, and then when I have time I end up coloring them in. So I'll usually doodle first, and then I'll add some watercolor. So I've done some doodles, and there's a lot that I haven't really painted yet, and so I was hoping to do that. And also just do a little bit of catch up in my traveler's notebook. This heat in Tokyo hasn't subsided at all. Like, I feel like it's still summer, and it's been very, very draining. So in the evening times I'm just exhausted. And I don't feel like sitting here in my like little desk area because the AC doesn't really travel to here. And it gets quite warm. But I'm here, and yeah, so evening times when I usually end up doing my journaling sessions, I've been doing more knitting, which is kind of strange because with knitting it's quite hot. You have this big, I'm crocheting actually a granny stripe throw, and it's quite big and hot, or I knit up on my socks, which is a smaller project. But I might do this off camera with the journaling bit. I think I shared this with you with the last video, but yeah, I just wanted to do a bit of catch up here as well. And so I thought I would come on here and turn the camera on. I have just a couple of bits of packaging. I'm not too sure how I'm going to use these. So I think I will move forward now with unboxing some of the items from the stationery selection box from September. So if you are not interested in that, maybe I will put a timestamp, but I think in the end you'll eventually see some of the packaging and things here. But anyways, I will start off with that. I'm just letting you know if that's not something that you wanted to take a look at. I'm just giving you a warning here. Alright, so with the stationery selection box, if you are new here, I have a little online store, and we sell, it's myself and my brother-in-law, it's just us two, it's not a big corporation or anything. You know that I absolutely love stationery, I love journaling and all those items that come along with the journaling and making journal spreads. And we also do a monthly subscription box, and so I wanted to open some of these up, particularly the Fonte fountain pen, and I wanted to start using that. Some months will include a video, like a bonus video of me journaling or just chatting. Some months will include a printable like this. I just have two different versions. One is my home printer, and the other one is the work printer. So it's a little bit different, but they're both very much usable. maybe I'll show you close up. Like some of the coloring is a little bit different, and this one of course looks more sharp. You can see in like the red. I used the Emot pencils. I don't know if you remember, if you've been subscribed to the Stationery selection for a while. I used the Emot, let me see if I can show you here, the set that I included a while back. These ones, and I just wrote them in here. This one was from several months ago, the Midori square cotton notebook, and I don't want to share too much, but let's see. So you can see this one I used, I think one of the not mild liners, one of these types of fine liners, but in the, what's the Copic version? The Copic version, but the color is different there. So you can see I've put it, I did it by hand, and then I scanned it and put it in the printables. Yeah, the coloring is a little bit different. That's what it looks like. Just doing some swatches here. Trying to find out where else did I think one of the frames is also, I think it's this one here, and yeah, these other ones as well. It's probably in the back somewhere, but yeah, these are, the printable is directly like items from my journal and direct scans from my journal, and they're always fun to make, and I make use of them. Like, the good thing about printables is that you can print them off many times and use them many times as you want. So it is free with the September Stationery selection box. So I think I'm going to cut some of these up and use them in my traveler's notebook. And also, I really wanted to use the fountain pen. Let's actually start off with the unboxing of this, because sometimes it takes a while for the ink to flow downwards to the tip of the nib. So when you open it, you might think like, oh, where's like the top and the bottom? It looks unfinished. And so that's why I included the two pen parts. And the neat thing about this pen is that you can mix and match the different parts. The set I've included in the September box, and I knew about this fountain pen for quite like several months, and it didn't really call to me. I feel like when I choose the items for the subscription box, I take my time, and I can't just willy-nilly add a bunch of stationery items together. I mean, that's quite easy to do. I think Japan has so many beautiful and lovely stationery items, and I can easily just pick and just dump them all into the subscription box. But I really take time and care in putting them together. So I originally knew about this fountain pen for quite some time, but then I found it at a bookstore when we were kind of roaming around, and I held it in my hand, and then I realized, oh, this is quite nice. I really liked the heftiness of it, and the color is different when you see it in a catalog or when you see it on screen, like an on-screen catalog or a paper catalog. It's just the color sometimes does not reflect how beautiful it is in person. And so sorry, I forgot to mention before I forget, sometimes the pieces, like, you might not see it, it might fall out. So just letting you know, when you take it out, just to be careful. But all of the components are inside, And I know this is in Japanese, but if you have Google Translate, you can easily put your cell phone to it and then it'll translate it. But it's quite self-explanatory. You just kind of twist it onwards, and the bottom section here will have the two elements, two pieces, and the top is just that one. So let's do it together so that you can see. So this one and these two are for the bottom, and this one up here, up top. Hopefully it's in focus, hopefully. Then at the top it says Fonte, but it might be difficult to see. So you just, clockwise, you just rotate that on. Oh, it's so pretty, eh? And then the bottom piece has two items. You can see there. You just slide it on. I think there's a certain way. You can see there. And this one. So this one is not a twist. You just kind of push it in, and it's nice in place there. So it's a screw cap, and it's like a two-toned nib. And it also, the stationery subscription box includes cartridges, so if you're new to fountain pens and this is your first time dabbling into fountain pens, I've included the, oops, some mohair there, sorry, included a gray color, and there's 6 cartridges inside. So you can see it's once again in Japanese, but it shows you which way to insert the cartridge. You can see there is a smaller tip at the front or the top, and then the solid on the bottom. So when you insert it, you want to make sure, so I'm going to unscrew here. You want to insert it this way. So this one is really neat because it also includes a converter as well. So if you are if you've used fountain pens before and you have your own inks and you want to of course go ahead and use your own inks with the converter, so it already includes a converter, which I think is a really nice touch. So with the converter, you have your bottle of ink and you just twist it upwards so that the ink flows inwards. But just to share with you, like when you take the converter out, you can see and compare. This is the top and not the bottom. Like you don't want to insert it this way because there's no opening here. You want to insert it this way. So let's try that out together. Probably, can you see that small little circle in the middle? So let's pop that in there. You can definitely feel it once it's broken, and you just want to wait for that ink to come. So let's wait for the ink to flow down. I'm not sure how that, it might take several minutes, so I wanted to, while we wait, let's open up some of the other items. I'm going to pull it downwards this way. This one is the Shinji Kato roll fusen. It's the roll fusen were quite popular, where I was first introduced to them a couple of years ago, I think, and they're so handy because they're already adhesive. So let me show you one. I'm gonna put this in my traveler's notebook. I like to keep packaging and items. And so these are like perforated sticky notes with artwork, and I really enjoy using them. So you don't need any adhesive at all. They're already sticky and they're perforated, so they're ready to go. The material is, you can use fountain pen, of course, but it's not like washi tape material where it might be difficult to write on. So it's like a paper material, and it's easy to journal on top of. So let's put this one here. Put some washi tape. I just realized I've been standing the whole time, so I'm going to sit down now. Hopefully it doesn't block the window there, but yeah, it has several different designs, and let me try and show you here. These are beautiful designs, and they're all perforated. So I like them. They're very handy for quick journaling spots and items that you want to kind of highlight in your, it doesn't have to be for your journal. Of course, you can use them for planners as well, for writing down appointments. And then the Band-Aid masking tape. Sorry, these are the close-up of the different stickers that are available. There's 11 different designs and 99 stickers in total. And this one here is made in Japan. And they're so pretty because they're kind of like, you can kind of see they're textured. The washi tape itself is not textured, but the image is like embroidery. Oh, look at the cute fox, but you can see up close there. I think this would be, these stickers would be really great for my knitting journal, but I just thought it was really cute. I think these will be great also in my sticker release book. I don't know if I have that. Let's add a couple of them to the sticker release book. This cute little fox. I'll do a close up here so that you can see them. This one here. Oh, look at that squirrel. So cute. I think it goes, yeah, so let's use this one too. So the images are already, they're basically stickers, but it's kind of in roll format. So, oh, so cute. Little stump there. Oh, look at the rabbit. Just be careful when you tear them apart, that you don't tear the washi tape. Oh, look at that deer. All right, so let's put some in here so that they're ready to go when I'm journaling. The sticker release books are very handy. I might use this one somewhere. I kind of like the tree stump. All right, so There we go. I don't know if this, if the ink is already, I don't believe so. Let's see if I give it a little push. I know with my other fountain pens, like my Sailor, the cartridge is a tad bit flexible so that I can kind of squeeze the ink downwards. But with this one, it might take a while. Oh, no, I was mistaken. The ink already has traveled down. I don't know if you can see that there. So it's ready to go. Let's write a little bit here. So if you want to, you can post it. But yeah, when I held it in my hand at the bookstore, I was really surprised at how hefty and it's not heavy, but like substantial it felt. And so I'm so happy to include the fountain pen in the September subscription box. So let's do a little bit of writing. I'll do something here so that you can see what it looks like. I've already did a little bit of swatching here. I probably won't be able to cover. Maybe I'll use a sticker later to cover that up. But this is this past weekend. Kids had school, unfortunately. So hopefully you can see it's a beautiful like gray color. It's a cool gray color, and I was able to write on top of that roll fusen with no problem. And yeah, the ink just flew out really nicely. So now I'm happy to have this as part of my daily fountain pen. I'm also using, well, my fountain pens are on my dining room table, I think. Yeah, I'm just having a look around my desk area. So I'm also using the TWSBI Mini and the other Sailor Prophet Junior. I changed ink color in that one. And so those are the three that I'm currently using most. And yeah, I think I just wanted to get on here and share with you. Let me add some bit more stickers. This refers to the Stephen West knitting knit-along. I'm not sure if you are a knitter or not. I know some of you are, so I'm curious if you're going to be participating in it or not. I always kind of like to see the first bits of the design release to see if it's something that I want to knit up before committing to it. So this part is going to be very chatty. I think I'm going to cut this out. I also wanted to use some of these items as well, but I think I will use these more for my just regular journal, which is here. My son drew that one. They're working on shadowing, I think. But yeah, this is just my regular journal, and I haven't really written in it, but there's days where I just want to stick things down. So I think I might use these items in here. But for now, since I have these two out for packaging, I think I'm going to cut this one out. This is the Marusei butter made in Hokkaido. So this dessert is like a rum raisin sandwich snack, and it was very tasty. It was, my husband said it was famous, and yeah, so we ended up buying that one. So I think I'm going to tip this one in here with some washi tape. And yeah, we just got a small little box for ourselves to eat. So there's that one. And this one is quite famous too, the Shiroi Koibito. I think I'm just going to rip so many dupes of this particular snack, but it doesn't compare to the actual, like, this version. And there's many that come close, but it's just not the same. Like the texture that you get when you bite into it, the hardness of the chocolate sandwich in the middle, like it's a very calculated, like they do such an amazing job with it, because nothing really compares to the actual Shiroi Koibito cookies. Oh, before I forget, some of these these printables are from Erin Ware. This one here, oh, this one too is from Erin Ware, and this one is from Emily Kariya. Yes, before I don't want to forget to mention the beautiful artists. And like I said, with printables, you can print them so many times and use them multiple times in your journal, and so I really appreciate the artists that make their artwork available for us to use in our journals. So I'm adding glue here and here because the material is quite waxy and I feel like it's just gonna peel off. I might have to end up using like a glue stick or something instead, but we'll see how that goes for now. Let's stick that in there. I might do a little bit of journaling here and there, but I mainly journal, like I don't do a lot of long-handed journaling in this notebook. This is more for like ephemera and bits and pieces from my daily life, and just when I feel like slapping down some color and washi tape and stickers, this is what I go to. I'm gonna end this video because I feel like it's been quite long, with this week's date, which is I think September the 9th. And I always like to include the first date of the week. You can see here the 2nd, the 19th, 26th, but I always like to include that at the top. Let's add one of these ones here. I don't know how much how much actual journaling I'll be able to get done this week. I have family visiting me this week. Well, they'll be here this week and then they'll be here for several weeks, and so I wanted to film this and get this up before I know I won't be able to do any like filming at all. I'll be doing journaling, but most likely in the evening times, and I don't feel like putting the camera on or anything like that. I just wanted to, I will most likely do bits of my journaling in the evening time when it's nice and quiet, but who knows, I might be exhausted. This heat I hear is going to continue for the month of September. It's just, it feels like summer, slightly less humid and slightly like maybe a couple degrees cooler, but it's still so hot. And it's very draining for me. I was hoping that September would be a little bit more cool, but it's not happening at all. Like I went to drop off my kids at school and I came home and my t-shirt was just drenched and gross, and I was so miserable. Yeah. I think every year it gets worse and worse a little bit, unfortunately, with the weather. But yes, this week is now ready to go. And I will continue adding bits and pieces here and there. But I hope you had fun with me with this journaling session. Thank you for your support. If you've purchased a stationery selection box, or if you've made a purchase in the store, thank you so much for your support as well. Your patronage directly impacts my family and myself. So like I said, we're not a big corporation. It's just myself and my brother-in-law. It's just us two. And so we're both very, very thankful that you've decided to support our small little shop. Okay, I hope you're doing well and staying safe. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.